Palmer here with the Warhawk Sports section. We are interviewing quarterback for the Iowa Barnstormers, Raterink. Let's get to it. Alright, I'm Griffin Palmer here with the Warhawk Sports section here with the Iowa Barnstormers quarterback, Raterink. JJ, can I ask you a few questions?
You betcha.
How do you feel coming into the 2013 season?
I feel really good. We started something pretty special in the 2012 season. We returned a good core of guys from last year, and already 3 days into training camp, you can kind of see that we're building off what we started last season.
Okay. What is your favorite part about arena football?
I think the camaraderie and the time that you get to spend. This is awfully special to do this and do this post-college and for as long as we have. The friendships and the memories that we're establishing and making right now are something that we're definitely going to see and carry on into the future. And anytime you get together with a bunch of guys and work on something and kind of accomplish one goal, it's an awfully special ride and one that I'm really glad to be on with these guys.
Hey, you play with other arena football teams, so what's the difference between the Iowa fans and the other teams?
The Iowa fans probably are more knowledgeable than some of the other places that I've been. I've been to some places where the fans definitely understand the nuances of the game and understand that there's going to be onside kicks in the middle of the third quarter and some oddities that you don't normally see in the outdoor game. But on top of that, the fans here are just, they're absolutely as loud as it gets in the arena leagues. They're as passionate as they come, and they're a lot of fun to play in front of.
Describe your relationship and trust between you and the linemen.
The linemen this year, we're finally getting some guys that we brought in last season. Now they're healthy, they're all back together. So we got familiar with each other last year, but now we're really starting to build that trust together. And like I said, 3 days in, it's really going well.
Okay. Is the passing game in arena football harder or easier?
Well, it's a lot more fun because you're passing a lot more in some ways as far as that compared to the outdoor game. But you do have to learn that there's different types of throws. Not everything is something where you're trying to throw the ball as hard as you can. You have to put some touch on it. Have trust in your receivers to throw the ball a little bit earlier than you're used to and anticipate the throws. But once you understand that, once you're coached up on that, it makes the game a lot more fun.
All right. Recently, the Barnstormers released their new jerseys and new uniform. What do you think of that?
I liked them a lot. I was glad that they kind of did a new flair with the old school aesthetic as far as keeping the goggles on the helmets. I think it's something that everyone can appreciate. As long as people still recognize the helmet as it is one of the most recognized helmets in professional football, I think that's a really good thing.
What problems in your football career did you have to persevere through?
Every single day you kind of have different things, and I'm not sure they're problems, but they're obstacles, and you can turn them into opportunities. And you go through some ups, you go through some downs, things you can control and things you can't control. But one of the things that I've learned, especially playing for Coach Hoehensee, is you take advantage of those things. And I think one of my favorite things he says is make a new mistake. At practice, you want to be as perfect, and especially in the games, you want to be as perfect as possible. But he always says, go out there, make a new mistake, and we'll coach that up and you learn. So there's a lot of different things that are outside your control, but if you can take care of what you can control and react to it in a positive manner, I think that only can help you in the future.
What is your favorite sport other than football?
I did like playing basketball growing up. I was kind of hoping going through high school I'd have an opportunity to play basketball at the collegiate level, but it just didn't work out, but I'm sure glad that football has.
What do you like about spring training in Oskaloosa?
The opportunity to get in front of the community. They've definitely opened us, or welcomed us with open arms. They've been fantastic at all the community events. It's been a lot of fun, and another thing we talked about, team camaraderie. It really helps build it with the team as we stay in the hotel together and then get an opportunity to go to do community events and stay together like that. So it's probably one of the better team building exercises you can do in arena football.
What do you enjoy the most about the Iowa Barnstormers building?
I think the tradition. Definitely people around the area are well educated on it. They support it very well. And then a lot of people, even who don't know a whole lot about arena football, know that guys can make it to the next level of the NFL, as evidenced by Kurt Warner. And the fact that he was associated with this organization kind of gives us that familiarity with people. And so to be a part of that is awfully special.
Do you have any pregame rituals?
Pre-game rituals, the one thing I like to do, whether it's home or away, is I definitely talk to my dad before each game. My parents and family have been extremely supportive of what I've done ever since I started playing football at about 5 years old, and so I want them to make sure that they know that they're a big part of the journey for me and really experience it as well. So I always make sure to give my dad a call before we strap everything up and head on out there, and just kind of thank him and make sure he knows how much I appreciate it.
All right, thank you for that.
All right, thank you very much, Chris.
JJ, that was a great interview. Now we're going to go to Coach Mike, coach of the Iowa Barnstormers. I'm here with the coach of the Iowa Barnstormers. We got 11 questions for you, if that's all right.
That's fine.
In 2006, you won the Arena Bowl with Chicago Rush. What was it like to win the Arena Bowl?
Well, for me, it was 20 years in the waiting. I played in the very first Arena Bowl back in 1987, and I didn't get back there till 2006. I had been in about, I'm going to say, a dozen semifinals up to that point, but never got back. So for me, it was fantastic.
Okay. What do you like the best about the Barnstormers program?
Oh boy, I'd have to say the tradition of where they've come from, and they're such a proud organization way back when in the Kurt Warner years, and that's what we're trying to do now, is to get back to that kind of tradition, that kind of feeling in the town, and it's not quite there yet. But we understand that going into it, and that's why we're out in the community doing a lot of different things and working hard to make sure that at least the people that are still diehard fans continue to be diehard fans, and hopefully we can inherit some.
What do you like most about spring training in Oskaloosa?
I love the facility here, no doubt about it. It gives us an opportunity to bond away from Des Moines, because we have so many young players that come in, and it also gives us a chance to get out in the community and deal with everybody out in the community and let them see what professional sports can be and should be, as far as the type of people that we bring into with the Barnstormers, and it gives us a chance to meet the people, and it gives us a homey feeling. And a lot of times when you're in training camp, you're so tired, you've got such tunnel vision, it allows you to let your hair down a little bit and be yourself.
What kind of traits does it take for a player to be a good player?
Oh boy, I think he's got to be proud of where he is and who he is. We talked about it a little bit today. I think it's easy to be passionate about football because it's what we've wanted to be since we were your size. But it's not always easy to be that if you're not the man who you want to be. So we talk about character a lot and being a professional and trying to improve yourself as a human being. And if you can be the man you want to be, football's going to come easy. But if you never become that guy, it's almost impossible to live out your dreams.
You've coached many other teams, and is there a difference between the Iowa fans and the FA fans?
Well, the Iowa fans are very proud of their organization. Obviously, I think they're knowledgeable about the game. They understand, not just knowledgeable about the game, but they're knowledgeable about all the teams and the people that are involved with it. I was in Chicago. We had great fans in Chicago as well. And there's a lot of teams in arena football right now that have great fans. But one of the toughest places in the history of arena football to play has always been in Iowa.
What expectations do you expect your players to have?
What do I expect
Out of your players?
What do I expect out of them?
Yes.
The only thing I expect out of them is effort. Every day, I expect them to come out here and give me their best effort, both mentally and physically. I understand mistakes are going to happen, and that's the only way we're going to get better anyways, to learn from those mistakes. But if they don't come out here and give me the effort, we don't have a chance to get any better. So my biggest expectation of them every day is to come out here and give me their effort, both mentally and physically.
What do you enjoy the most about arena football?
Brother, that's impossible for me. This is my 26th year in arena football, and I love the game. The game itself is beautiful. The people that I'm able to surround myself, the players, the coaches are amazing. They've helped shape my life, and obviously the fans who make us feel like professionals when we're out there. So there's so many aspects of the game that have really kind of developed me as a man that I can't choose just one. I love every aspect.
Do you have any pre-game rituals?
Oh boy, pre-game rituals? I don't know if I per se have pre-game. I study my game plan. I get that ready. I look at the sheet and make sure I remember about the little matchups or little coaching points that I gave our guys and remind them. I go around to them and and talk about little things and make sure they're prepared. But as far as wearing a certain color socks or anything like that, no.
How do you feel coming into the 2013 season?
Excited. You know, we've got, for the first time, we have about 15 guys coming back from the previous season, which is huge in arena football, especially for us. You know, last year we had 19 rookies. So, you know, we just have some familiar faces in the building, guys who understand what we expect from them as coaches. We have some great free agents that have come into camp, and, you know, the pace of our practices have been tremendous. And we have high expectations. You know, we want to win our division, and we want to go far into the playoffs.
Okay. Since you also played arena football, which do you enjoy more, playing the game or coaching it, and why?
Right now, I enjoy coaching it. I love making a difference in a player's life. I love seeing a guy come in here not sure about the sport of arena football and leaving at the end of the season loving it. And I think, you know, as a coach, you have that responsibility to make sure your players and your team is playing their best football at the end of the season. And I think we did that last year, even though we didn't have a great year as far as record-wise. I mean, we ended up winning our last game against San Antonio, who had won 11 in a row at that point. So, you know, our guys got better, and that's exciting to me because that's my job. You know, I think we got to win football games, and to make these guys better is the ultimate, you know, challenge that we have.
Okay. What are some good traits you look in a person?
In a person, character. First and foremost, if I can't trust you, I can't work with you. And I'd rather just get out of our building, leave my life, because, you know, trust is everything. And if you don't have good character around you, that could be contagious. It could be cancerous to your organization. So the first thing, you know, obviously the talent is the first thing that attracts us to a player. But the thing that gets the player in this building is his character.
All right, thank you for your time.
You man, great job.